Hey, welcome back to the 5-Minute Strategist. When we think about communication in our business, we often think about it as getting our message across or influencing somebody to do something for us or teaching or explaining something. And that's a part of it, but it's not the whole picture. And today I want to share with you one of my favorite hacks that's going to instantly make you a better communicator with your team, with your clients, heck, probably even at home. When you want something, whether that's the other person to understand your message, to do something, or to learn something, you have to think about what that person needs in order for them to receive the message. So you can have communication strategies and plans and gorgeous slide decks and cute signs, but if you can't do this, you're wasting your time and your money and your breath. So before you can develop any kind of communication strategy, you need to ask yourself how the other person or people like to communicate. Luckily, the clue is in how they communicate with you. Because everybody out there is thinking that everybody likes to communicate in the exact same way that they do. We're all guilty of this. Luckily, we're going to change that for you, which will make you a more powerful communicator because you will be speaking in their style. So my challenge for you today is to pay attention to all the conversations that you have and just ask yourself 2 questions. How is their pacing? Do they speak fast or slower? And then what do they talk about? And this isn't about the topic that they talk about, but when they tell a story of something, are they telling you about the relationships and the feelings and the people who were involved in that story? Or are they telling you about the tasks and activities and the environment that it happened in? So this will tell you 2 things: the speed you need to communicate with them and how you're presenting the message to them. If somebody's a slower communicator and they talk more about people and relationships, you can communicate with them about something you want them to do in a slow, calm, and considered way that speaks to how other people will be involved or benefit from what they're doing. If you've got a fast-talking, task-focused person, you want to get to the point as quickly as possible with them. So now you know what will help the message land better with them. Do you need to slow it down or speed it up and be more direct? Do you need to change how you're presenting the message or the challenge to them? Now you can think about the delivery of that communication. Again, look at how communication happens when they start the communication. Do they prefer face-to-face? Do they want to hop on a call? Or do they prefer email or Slack chats? Do they love to set up a group discussion about something? Or do they prefer to talk about stuff one-to-one? Are they super analytical, so they're going to want to talk about the data, so you better have reports ready for them? Or are they more creative and do you need a whiteboard to facilitate the discussion? So we've talked about the style of communication, we've talked about the delivery mechanism. Then I want you to watch how your team interact with each other. You are going to have natural leaders, natural show ponies, and those in your team who prefer to take a back seat. This is going to help you see that when you're communicating with people as a group, some people will need to be brought out so you can pay attention to that so that they feel comfortable communicating with you and they're not just getting lost in the chaos. You might also know that you have to somehow wrangle the show ponies without dimming their enthusiasm so that others get a chance to speak and so that they can hear other ideas. These team dynamics are also going to show you who can help spread your message and who might accidentally sabotage it. Look who the team naturally listens to when they interact with each other. Those are the people who, if you can get them on board with your message, are going to help you spread it. So once you've gone through all of this, you start to get a really good picture of how your team likes to communicate. And now you're ready to tailor your communication strategy for a delivery that is much more likely to land, whether it's with an individual or with the group. And one of the things about communication is that nobody gets it right all of the time. We all have our natural style, and we are so much more likely to slip back into that when we're stressed out or we're tired or we're overwhelmed, which of course never happens in our small business space ever. The key is not to beat yourself up about it. Have it be one of the things that you think about each week. Where did I communicate really well that got me exactly the results I wanted? What worked? Why did it work? Which of these things did you nail? If there's a miscommunication and a misunderstanding, you can ask yourself, which part of my communication strategy fell short? And then you just work to shore that back up again. Communication is not just about what you say, but how you say it and how you deliver it. But the fact that you're even thinking about it in this way puts you streaks ahead of your peers and probably even some of your mentors. because everybody's out there just communicating the way they like to be communicated with. So try it out, pay attention to those 2 questions and start from there. What pace do they speak at? And what is their focus when they're speaking? And just experiment with that. And when you see the difference that it creates, you'll want to do the rest of it. So what does your communication strategy need to consider about the style and format of delivery?